Okay, let's try that again. I just went for about 9 minutes live without no sound, so there we go. So I'm just going to do a little run through of Ubuntu Budgie 19.10 while I'm testing the streaming. I've not really done a lot of streaming on YouTube at all, so hopefully I'll use it a bit more in future videos and do a sort of first impressions live with sort of people so we can chat while I do it, and it will save me editing and stuff, so I'm all for it. I don't often have a lot of time where I could stream though. It's a bit of a noisy flat I live in, but at the moment I've got about a bit of time, so let's try that again, take two, and hopefully it's all good, because I'd like to do these more in the future. So let's go. So before that, we installed a few applets for Budgie, so let's just quickly make sure that they've installed properly so we can make them take effect. So if we go into our top panel and we go to add applet, and then what we want is the global menu and haste, which we installed earlier. So haste is there, so the global menu should also be there. So let's go down. Where are your global menu? Is it in alphabetical order? No, probably A, B, C, D. Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. So global menu, but we're going to want to move that to the right of the Budgie menu. So what we're going to do is just chuck that up to there in front of the spacer, and then we want the clock not in the center. I've always wanted the clock here in everything, so even in GNOME I have to install the Frippery move clock so it's not centered. Okay, cool. I'm going to move that to that side. Brilliant. So now we've got a clipboard as well. No, is that on clipboard? Yeah, so this is called haste, recent haste. So that's our clipboard for things we copy and paste. And then we've got quick notes here. So then every time you click that, a little note would be there still. Right, cool. So let's have a look at did we install the arc theme? I do believe we did. Let's go on to style, widgets. Let's go on to arc darker. Let's see how that looks. Let's open up a window. Yeah, and the top bar is dynamic, but if you've noticed, there's a bit of a weird line here at the top. So I'm going to assume the problem there lies with the size of this panel. So if we make it a bit bigger or smaller, let's have a look. So let's go back into the top panel and go into settings. So let's try it at 32. And now let's see. There you go. See, it seems to be like 32 is like the magic number, but it's too big for me, 32. I'm a 28 panel size kind of guy, so I don't know what we're going to have to do about that. So what we're going to do now is also install the dconf editor, because the keyboard shortcuts are a bit finicky on Budgie. So there is the GNOME settings as well, but sort of there's no sort of move workspace to the right or the left. At least there wasn't when I was having a look earlier. Let's have a look. We've got move window to the left. No, so what we're going to do is we're going to install the dconf editor. That's right. And then we can play around with the keyboard shortcuts and bindings. Okay, let's open up dconf. Where were the bindings? Desktop left. Let's search. Can't remember what it's in. Let's try Budgie. Just a window. What have we got in here? Center windows, clear notifications, toggle, no. How did I do it? Nope. Let's quickly Google that a minute. this the Budgie one? Let's see if they've got anything about it in dconf. Hi, the super navigate to no mutter overlay key. Let's go to dconf. I think it'll be 9, but workspace left or right. Is this the Budgie? Let's have a look on here. Cheers, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, sound was it's all a test though, isn't it? So hopefully we'll get a bit better at it. So here we go. So it's org gnome desktop w. There we go. That's what we want. So let's go back to. I'll tell you what. Let's just open it again. I'll be careful. Right. So what we want is org. It's gone back there. What a bloody nose. Right. There we go. So where is it? Org gnome desktop w manager. Windows manager. Org gnome ddd. Windows www. Key bindings, bang. So move workspace to the left to right. What's it set on as here? So I don't. Is that the default? Is it bang, bang? Right. So the defaults are Control, Alt, and left. I quite like just Control, and then the directional. So hopefully that's not too much of a hassle to change. So what is it? Look at move to workspace left. So we're on move to workspace 1. Have we got left and right? Move to workspace. Here we go. Move to workspace left. Let's have a look at this a moment. So we don't want the default value, and we just want Control left. Is that right? I don't know if that's going to do the thing we want it to do. Let's have a look. I don't think we did it there, did we? No. Let's have another look a minute. So the current value. So what have we done wrong? Can we maximise this? I don't know if I'm getting everything that I want on the screen. There we go. Right, so we got Control. What have we done wrong with the quotations here? Let's use the default value again. Right, has that worked? No, it's not taking effect. Let's just leave it for the default for now. It might need a restart or anything because you also have the, as I said, you've got the gnome ones here. So where's the custom? Is there anything in here in their custom ones actually? Let's have a look. Custom shortcuts. What have we got? We've got tiling. So does that work? Tiling works. So that's all good. I mean, I guess I could do with that. So what is it to move windows? There we go. So to move a window, it's with a shift. So let's go back and let's move that back. I think I can get used to them. They're pretty sane defaults, really. Yeah, the keyboard shortcuts always seem to be a bit of a pain on Budgie. Okay. Right, so we get a bit of a nicer wallpaper as well. What does it come with? Let's try that sort of material. Yeah, that's not too bad. Right, let's have a look at what sort of RAM we're using. Still H-top. I'm going to install the Albert Live. It's made me really dark, isn't it, that wallpaper? I need to get some decent lighting in here. Let's go back to what we was on. Can we see? So we're using 3.8 gigs, so that's with OBS running, Firefox, and not much else really. And we've got 32 gig there. Swap it, so the default swap value is at 2. and CPUs seems to be okay. So I'm going to assume the swap value is 60. I think that's right. Yeah, so the swap value is 60. I'll probably drop that down to about 10 just by changing the swappiness value. I mean, I like to hibernate, so I probably should have made a larger swap, but there we go. Right, so have I got Steam installed now? Yes, let's get Steam updated and get that all running. Do we have Office? I always go for a minimal install if a distribution allows it, and then just sort of build on top of that. So it's got no Office stuff installed, so we'll install LibreOffice Writer as well. Just Writer though, I don't use anything else. Actually, let's do something else. Let's do a no install recommends. So that's at about what now? 202 meg of additional space. That's not too bad. Right, so let's open up the disks and see how it's formatted the disks with the ZNX, sorry, Nitrux is on my mind, with ZFS file system. So do we have a disk utility? No, so we'll have to install GNOME disk utility as well once that's finished. There we go. Now we done? Come on. Okay, cool. Is it GNOME disks or utility? Utility. Right, let's open up GNOME disks. So this is what it's done here. So you get, so that's an extended partition, 124 gig R pool ZFS, and then you get a B pool, 2.1 gig, and then you get your swap, and then this here I'm going to assume is for your boot information, is it? Yeah, that's where Grub's mounted at an R pool there, and it's assigned at 52 megabytes. I don't know if you can do multiple disk ZFS yet with Ubuntu. I was hoping that you could. That's what I was planning to do. I was also planning to do this video with Ubuntu, but I couldn't find the I don't know if it has ZFS in the actual installer, the experimental option there. Right, let me just log into Steam. And it's gonna ask me for my authentication on another email address. One moment, bear with me. It's a really old email address as well. It's like the oldest email address I have. So I took one disk out, so I'm missing a disk because I didn't want anything to interfere with that. Right, so we've got our authentication code from Steam now. Let's just pop that into the window. Next. Done. Right. Steam, where are you? It'll pop up in a moment. There we go. So let's just install some games while we're waiting. Let's get a bit of Global Offensive. I need to get back into Global Offensive. I used to love playing Counter-Strike. Since the 1.5 days or something. Right, that's preparing files to install on there. So what else do we need for our desktop? Did we install Tmux? Yes, we did. Have we got a torrent client? No, we don't. So let's install transmission as well. Right. I think that for the most part we've got the basics now, haven't we? So we've got Steam, we've got OBS, have we got GIMP? We got GIMP, Kden Live. I'm going to need FileZilla as well. How much does that take? 40 meg additional space. Yes. So our we've also got the previews now, so you can go into here. Hold on, it's preview, isn't it? Preview control. Show windows of all workspaces. No, I'd rather just have the one there. So without that, I do believe it's just an applet as well. Let's go back into the Budgie desktop settings, and then let's go into our applets. So it should just be on here, maybe. Does it have it on there? No, it is in the welcome screen though as an applet. Just going to see if there's any more applets we want. So we've got haste, we've got the global menu. I haven't really showed you the global menu. Let's open something that will use it. No, file doesn't use it. So this is Nemo File Manager, I do believe. Where can we get into about? Yeah, it's Nemo. Right, okay, let's get rid of that one. So what other ones have we got? Countdown, let's get the countdown. We've got a global menu already. Yeah, see, that's the previews that we were just looking at earlier. That's that. Rubbish bin, get the rubbish bin applet as well. And I like the system monitor applet, but I prefer this one because it gives you the how much sort of upload and download network and stuff that you're also using. Right, I think that one's done. I think the problem though is that we probably won't be able to see them until we've done a restart, because as far as I'm aware, it doesn't like update them live in your actual Budgie settings here. We'll give it a go. So system, no, so it's not there yet. Let's have a look at the weather applet. That's in the middle, so let's bring that to the end. And has that found the right place? I mean, it's usually always raining here, so I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, it has done. Okay, cool. Right. So let's get, oh god, no, it shows up on the desktop. Can we move that? Let's go back into the Budgie desktop settings. So it shows you a little thing there, and it also shows you sort of a graphic of it there. So basically, let's hope that clicking on here allows us to just move it. Show on desktop, show dynamic panel icon. So what does the dynamic panel icon do? I'm not getting anything there. I don't think we've got a bit of a crash. There we go. Desktop. So we can set a, oh god, I'm getting a bit of a lag here now. So we can set the transparency. Oh god. So let's set a, it's not letting me choose that. Why is that then? I'm getting a lot of freezing and sort of crashing on here for some reason. Let's try and go back to that. Right, set a custom one. God, I'm rubbish at this sort of thing. Where's that gonna go? It's gonna be like the whole screen or something. Did it do anything? Where's it gone? Oh, it's just like disappeared. Right, let's try. Let's just throw a random number out there. Bang, where's that gone? I think we've lost it, guys. It might be on the other my other monitor. Hold on. Yeah, no, we don't know what we're doing with this, do we? Right, let's not set a custom one. Surely you can just drag it. What would be the top right of 1920? Someone answer me that in the live chat. I want to get it on the top right, like here, and then I want to move that there as well. Anyone need any? Let me know. X and Y. Right, so let's have a look at the software store. It's just going to be what we all know and love, the Ubuntu store. So does it have? It's got snap pack. Does it have flat packs as well? So one will be snap and the other will be, there we go, snap and then that should just be the one that we stole from apt, Eon or Bionic. It's going to be Eon, sorry, Eon Universe. So I probably would also enable Flatpak and use that over Snap. I don't tend to use Snap too much. So let's get rid of that. So what I want to do now is just populate my plank at the bottom with sort of programs I use the most. So let's keep Steam there. I don't know if that's pinned. Let's keep that. Okay, cool. What else have we got? So it comes with KDE Connect out of the box as well. So if you wanted to sync your Android phone, Tilix is the terminal. Alright, let's get GIMP down there. Steam's already there. It's annoying about the OBS Studio icon. It's not adhering to the theme, so I might just have to sort of manually change that at some point, because it does annoy me that it does it on pretty much every distribution. So you just have to sort of go in and change it yourself. Okay. Right. Let's get some different looking themes going now. Did we install? We've got Arc Darker. I don't know if I like this plank theme, because if you look, it's not that rounded. So I'm going to go for my usual one, which is Shade, and I'm just going to hope that it doesn't look too out of place with the sort of shading of the top panel. So let's go and get plank theme Ubuntu. So I always just tend to get the Shade one. Oh god, where we go? And this is a really old article, it's outdated, but I always just grab it from here straight. Shade, this one here is my favourite. I don't know if I should have showed that or not, who cares. Right, I think that's downloaded. That's on the other monitor there. So let's just extract Shade. I don't really want any of the others. Where are we? Plank, themes, extract, close, preferences. Okay, so that looks a bit better. So it's the rounded corners that I like. I don't like things too squarey on a dock, and which is why I won't use. So if we go on to, I have tested it with getting my own sort of panel working with it. So if you go to create a new panel, and then let's just add an applet for the task buttons. Where are we? Icon task list. Right, so you've got this panel here, and then let's go to settings. Let's chuck it onto the left of the screen just for a moment. Right, that looks quite nice, doesn't it? Like that, almost like a Unity sort of feel. I kind of want that now. I tell you what, I quite like that. Let me just quit Plank a minute. Let's bring that down in size. So what size is our first one? 32, isn't it? So let's bring that down to 32. Okay, do you know what? I think I'm going to keep it like that for a little bit. And I might add some more things to this. Oh, OBS looks horrible in it though, doesn't it? Oh god, it does. Well, yeah, we're definitely going to have to change the icon for OBS, because that's going to mess with all the panel sizing. So is that dynamic? So if we so it's on auto hide. So let's go on to, let's remove the shadow, give it a bit more of a straight line. I'll show you what I meant as well. So if you go to dock mode, if you look, it's a really square, no rounded corners, and it doesn't look quite right for me. So let's go back. So we don't want shadow, so it's on dynamic, but it's on auto hide. So let's go to never. Let me just see how that looks when it does that. I quite like it. I quite like it. Right, I like that a lot. I'm going to remove this thing unless anyone's no, we got no nothing in the chat there. So let's just remove that. Oh, it's on the wrong panel, isn't it? Let's remove Weather Show. We don't need it. I tell you what, we'll keep it in the top panel, but we won't have it on the desktop. Right. All I'm going to do now is just get a new wallpaper and just that sort of looks nice, and then that's going to be the end of it there. That's the test stream, and if it's all gone well, I'll have a watch back later and make sure it doesn't look all jarring, and hopefully I can do a few first impressions like it sort of in the meantime and make it a bit more interactive with people that are watching. So let's just very quickly just grab a random old wallpaper, minimal wallpaper, Reddit. So let's just grab something very quickly. Oh, I like that. Get some nice wallpapers on minimal Reddit as well, minimal wallpaper. Yeah, I'm going to use that for now. I do like a nice simple minimal wallpaper. So let's just save that into pictures. Save. Right, change background. I think it's just the same way. Yeah, it's just the gnome settings again with the updated way of doing it, so it makes life a bit easier. Add picture, that's it. And we want that one. What do we think? I think that looks quite nice. I think that looks quite nice indeed. I'm just going to install NeoFetch. Yeah, I think that's pretty tasty looking. Alright, let me just get a NeoFetch on there. There we go. Yeah, so that's sort of just a test stream. Not too much on show there. And again, thanks for Tax Action, who let me know that there was just no sound in the first one that I tried. So we're going to do this more, as I say, maybe once a week as I look at a new distribution. Just do it live. I'll try and do it on a specific day, so you know, subscribers can just tune in with me, sort of thing. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed that, please subscribe, and I shall see you on the next one. Bye bye.